Well, I wasn't expecting Stamp on It to be like this disappointing. Step Back by Girls on Top was not bad, but just kind of mediocre. Like it was a very like, okay, this is whatever. A lot of people try to frame the whole song as being very misogynistic when in reality all it was just girls shit talking other girls. The concept for GOT is very much a confident girl crush concept, okay? Very badass. And I'm fine with that. A lot of new groups nowadays over the last couple years have moved more towards experimental sounds or genres that haven't really been touched a lot in K-pop recently, because the girl crush concept was really big for like a big 3-year stretch. It felt like from around 2017, 2018 to around 2020, 2021, the girl crush concept was really dominating. Here's the problem. I think Girls on Top was too late to the party. If this shit came out back in like 2018, 2019, I think it would almost get maybe a little bit more praise, a little more reception, because people were more into that concept. But now that you have groups like New Jeans and like Billy, IVE, and LE SSERAFIM, groups who are like moving away from the more traditional girl crush concept, it feels like no one cares about the badass concept anymore, especially when it's a very poorly done girl crush concept, as Girls on Top music to me has been. Before I get into this any deeper, I do want to say that my opinions are subject to change. In a year or two from now, I could reflect and actually like this music, so please keep that in mind, that what I say in this video could not be my true thoughts from a year or two now. That's just how music works. Your perception of it over time will eventually change. And if you like this music, there is nothing wrong with that. If you disagree with my opinion, that's perfectly okay. With that being said, I am going to tear into this mini album a little bit because it's not good. And the sad part about that is that I really love a lot of the members. This is kind of a dream team up for me. Like, I really love a lot of these members. Winter, Karina, Solgi, Taeyeon. Like, this group is literally full of like powerhouse vocalists and some of the best female idols that SM has seen. And it's so disappointing that they give them such bad music. Starting with the title track, Stamp on It, it's not only a worse song in my opinion than Step Back, it is boring to listen to, which is funny because this music is very loud. It takes a lot of influence from trap and like neo pop and electronic sounds. It's very loud. This is loud music, yet I am wanting to fall asleep listening to this song. The lyrics with not only this song but a lot of songs on this album is just so poorly put together and sequenced. There's a lot of ad-libs they love to throw in here, and I just don't like how it sounds. I do like some elements, like I like how they try to weave a piano into it. That makes this girl crush concept sound a little more menacing. Look, y'all hated on Weekly for when they dropped Ven Pata. You guys said, hey, this is a weird concept change, it doesn't even sound that good. Y'all better keep the same energy for this shit, because this shit does not sound any better than that. The, like, bridge, almost dance break that they do is awkward, and I don't like it. The choreo is incredibly boring. A lot of their voices get drowned out by the instrumental, and in fact, that's a very common theme throughout most of this album. The instrumental at times is too loud. You have some of the best vocalists in the industry on your team for this, and none of these songs vocally do justice to any of the members. And that's going to lead me into some of these B-sides, right? Goddess Level, Alter Ego, Rose, Outlaw, and Mala. Goddess Level sucks. That song's chorus it makes my ears want to bleed, okay? The sound direction that they go with that, the chorus, there's so much shit going on. I'm going to compare that to another loud song like Tank from MX, right? A lot of people don't like that instrumental because it's very loud. It sounds really weird. I love Tank because it is very loud, but it has a sound direction to it. It's very simple. They throw trumpets and fucking weird synth changes and snares. Like Goddess Level's chorus, I couldn't tolerate it to the point where I almost just cut the song off halfway through because I'm like, I don't want to listen to this. Alter Ego does literally the same thing, but it's a little better. Like, it's not as rushed. And that's the problem. A lot of songs in this album blend with each other, like way too much. Like the whole concept of this very electronic, almost NCT sound with a lot of trap influence, it really carries over to every single song. And I really wish there was just like an R&B song or maybe a traditional pop song on this album. But no, the whole album really wants to sell you that, oh, they're these badass, confident women, and that is fine. But give me some substance. Give me something to work with here, because every single song has similar qualities to it. A low-key bridge leading into a really loud chorus. It's every single song. I don't hate Rose, and Outlaw's probably my favorite B-side. It has this very dark, almost grungy chorus to it that's a complete switch up from the rest of the song. And here I enjoy it because at least it has a consistent sound to it. Like the actual chorus doesn't like randomly change into some weird trumpet instrumental halfway through it. Like the chorus stays uniform, and I like that. I have a feeling that people won't agree with me on that because I've seen some people say that Outlaw sucks, but I personally really enjoy it. Mala isn't horrendous, but I also wouldn't listen to it again. So on Stamp On It, their first mini album, you have a title track that is much worse than their debut. I would say probably incredibly boring. A ton of B-sides that share very similar sounds, and they don't sound good doing it. You have some really bad lyric writing, some really mediocre vocal performances from some of the best vocalists in the industry, which I honestly think is more due to the fact that these songs were structured really poorly rather than their actual sound on the songs. And oh yeah, there's rapping in some of these songs, and it's not good. I really want to love GOT, but I can't. I really can't bring myself to do it because this music is not good at all. Kepler's We Fresh got ripped apart because it didn't have a signature sound, and because Kepler doesn't have a signature sound. And a lot of people took that out on We Fresh, and I don't think We Fresh is actually that terrible of a song, and I talked about that in my video. It's not good, but it's something I would maybe listen to again. I wouldn't listen to 4 of the songs on this album again. I really want to see K-pop fans hold the same energy with this shit that they did with Kepler's We Fresh and NMIX's OO and Dice. Because We Fresh got, it got toasted for, being too loud and boisterous, and because Kepler didn't have a concept and We Fresh doesn't sound like anything. Well, I hate to break it to you, but like literally 4 of the songs on this album don't sound like anything. It's just a lot of loud instrumentals. Now, I don't want that to mean, oh, let's go hate on GOT. I don't want anyone to hate on GOT. I want to specify that. But I want K-pop fans to look at this with a critical lens like they do with other groups. And I know some won't because their faves are in this group. Also, in no way do I blame the members for this poor quality of an album. I don't really think they had all that big of an influence on a lot of the production and instrumental choices. But what SM is trying to do with this is almost kind of recreate a darker NCT sound. And the problem with NCT is, like, I don't really like NCT's like neo-centric experimental sound they do with a lot of their music. Some of it sticks and some of it doesn't. But the thing is that NCT has a very wide range of sounds to a lot of their music. Stamp On It sounds like an NCT song if you made it grungy, and oh, by the way, every single song on the album sounds like this. This has to be one of the most least diverse sounding albums that I've listened to in K-pop over the last year, which again really disappoints me because I love the members of this group and I don't hate them going for this girl crush confident concept. It's cool, bro. Strut your shit. Talk your shit, you know what I mean? I didn't hate Step Back. I thought it was a pretty good like starting point for what they were doing, but unfortunately, they completely fumbled the bag in my opinion with this album. It is not well put together in the slightest. Regardless, this is still going to sell units. People are still going to enjoy this, and that's fine. If you enjoy this, good for you. I honestly could see some of this music as a good workout music or something to do when you're like in the middle of a task and you just want to put something on. But man, it's only the 16th of January, and I'm very disappointed in this release. This is probably my least favorite release by a K-pop group in a few months for me. They still slay though. Look, they still slay. Winter, Karina, Taeyeon, bro, they all slay. They're doing their thing. I'm not hating. This is a simple criticism. I personally don't like the music. Hopefully you guys can pull something out of it that you can like, but this is just really, really bad to me. Hopefully they can clean up this confident girl crush image in the future and make it a little more refined and make the music reflect it a little bit more, because in reality all this was just a 2 baddies 1 Porsche but girl edition, and it didn't sound good. Tell me what you guys think. Again, this is all my opinion, so keep it pretty chill in the comments. I understand I'll probably get some people mad at me, but tell me your guys' opinions on it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.